What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel for a double header of Tower Defense Tuesday. Yep, I know it's not Tuesday yet, but it's Tuesday somewhere, and figured no better time to check out some upcoming Tower Defense. So we are going to be doing a double header of Tower Defense Tuesday today, or over the next 24 hours, so keep an eye out for yet another episode. However, right now, we are taking a look at Alien 911. Now, some of you all will remember about a year ago, there was a game in alpha called In Defense of Aliens. That has been renamed to Alien 911 and has an upcoming release scheduled on Steam for PC in August 2020. This is from Kicksome Entertainment, and this game is, as self-described on their Steam page, heavily inspired by the likes of Sanctum, Orcs Must Die, and Dungeon Defenders games. So there is certainly nothing wrong with the mix in those three games, and this should be one that might be interesting to check out as it goes into launch. Now, currently there is an Aliens 911 Prologue available right now on Steam. Link is down in the description below, where you can play through the first few maps with two possible different characters 100% for free. Now, this is both serving as kind of a demo and a beta, and you're definitely encouraged to give your feedback directly to the developer after playing through it. However, it's free, it's something new to check out, and it's action tower defense, so why not? Now, the game was renamed, as I mentioned, to Aliens 911, and it just better goes with the theme of the game. Each individual map you load into, we are going to be answering an alien distress call, and our goal is to go in and, in tower defense format, save a group of aliens from their certain destruction. Taking a look at some of the features in the game, these are the four maps here. As you see, there's 4 different planets that we'll possibly go to, so there's 4 different maps. From this first planet, on their Steam page, it does say that they have 22 total maps and 4 different heroes. Now, obviously, we can't play all 22 of those through the Aliens 911 Prologue. However, let's hop right on in to a map and check it out. But first things first, let's go through the rest of the goodies. I'm jumping forward a bit. Now, our second tab here, you see we've got stats, and these are kind of our spec points. As you see here, when I level up again, I'm going to get 3 more, and these appear to be a direct percentage increase, except where noted. So if we look at our 4 stat categories, we've got strength, which is max health, self-explanatory, resistance, which is kind of like our armor value or damage reduction, and recovery, which is how fast our health regenerates to ourselves. Now, you can put points all directly into these things. As you see, I dumped all of my points into tower. We'll get down to that in a moment. Let me take a few points out of there so we can look at each individual category. So max health, 1 point is going to take you up 10 health. In resistance, 1 point is going to give you, well, at least starting 3% damage reduction. I'm sure there's some sort of soft caps in the mix probably as you level up and get more points to throw in. Recovery is going to give us, wow, only 0.3 health per second for 1 point. But you see how that goes as you throw more points into there. Now you got your wealth, your starting cash. Now, your wealth, of course, is what's going to be used to build all of your towers in each individual map. Now, your wealth, each point is going to be a percentage, it looks like. Probably going up to maybe 100. I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. And then our income. Our income is going to be generated from resource collecting through the map. Now, what I mean by this is when you load into a map, you're going to find the aliens that we're there to save. You can also put those guys to work, but you do have to hire them. You have to pay them, and you can have them gather resources for you. But it looks like this is going to directly scale up the amount of income you receive from those resource collectors. Then we've got our energy. Energy is used for using our special abilities. So we've got our max energy we can add to. We've got our energy rejuvenation, which we can add to. And it looks like this is, this is actually lowering the special ability reset time. And then we've got our energy recovery, which recovery is going to be our energy regen. And then all the way down at the bottom, pretty much straight to the point, it's a direct damage scaler, weapons or towers. If you want to do more damage, throw your points into you. Obviously, if you want your towers to do more damage, throw more points into your towers. Now I'm going full on directly into my towers, and we'll see how that does for me. Now moving on to equipment. As far as towers go, I've got a bulwark or wall, a sentinel robot, which is kind of like a drone that flies out and targets enemies. Nanobot, which is going to shoot multiple nanobots out, and each one is going to target a different enemy. It's kind of like an AoE tower. Although each nanobot is single target damage, there is multiples of them going out. And then I've got a repair robot to repair any damaged towers in the area. A particle tower, the most powerful weapon in the game. Devastating power, but limited 45-degree range of motion, so it is best killing enemies in narrow paths. So I'm almost thinking that's like the Dungeon Defender's version of a Deadly Strikes tower, maybe. And then at level 7 here, you see I'll have a stasis field, which is going to be stun and temporarily disable enemies. Now, as far as weapons go, I went with a laser pistol and a grenade launcher, because why not? I've got both of those up to level 2 now. I don't have enough points to take anything to level 3 yet. And I kind of like them both. And then skins. Of course, it wouldn't be a third-person action defense game without being able to customize your appearance. This is all just straight armor recolors, and each map you do, as you see, you're going to earn skin points. You're going to use these skin points to unlock the various skins. Now, although the prologue is free, we don't have any idea of the pricing model of the game yet. As soon as I find out, I will pin a comment to this video. However, we do know that it's scheduled to launch in August 2020. Don't know what the model is going to be. Is it going to be a pay-to-play, a free-to-play, freemium? We have literally no idea what the payment model will be. But as we get details, of course, I'll throw them in that pinned comment below. Now, in addition to single-player, online co-op, split-screen co-op, there is also listed online PvP, split-screen PvP on the Steam store page of the full game. Now, I have no idea how that's going to work yet, but there will be some sort of PvP in the mix for players that are interested in that, and it does have full controller support right now. So let's hop in and check out, let's take a look at Parkside here first, and we'll jump on into it. I probably won't play the full map because I do want to get a little sample of 2 different maps. However, here we are. This is actually just the second map in the game. You see, these are our aliens. Now, here we've got, on this map, there's no resources to collect, so I can't put those aliens to work. But the reason I wanted to show this map is the game does feature something that I personally feel adds a wonderful amount of replay and strategy value in any action defense game, and that is being able to path your mobs. As you see here, the first wave, the enemies are going to come right out of this lane and straight down. However, if I go ahead and throw a wall right here, we're going to see that the enemies are not going to come down and smack this wall. They are actually repathing, and we see exactly which path these enemies are going to take. So why don't we start things off with, we'll get just a little bit of damage up front here. And what I have in mind, and I haven't actually done yet, but I want to see if it's possible to put in a little mini maze right across this bridge, and I want to see how the enemies respond to it. So let's go ahead and get wave 1 started, and we'll see what we can do. As you see there, headshots are a thing. As I mentioned, I went with this kind of hand cannon, which actually fires remarkably fast for a hand cannon style weapon, and a grenade launcher. You know, can't go wrong with a grenade launcher. Big bada booms. As you see, really slow reload cooldown on that one though. Alright, now here we see our little line going. Let's try to start pathing the mobs a little bit. And it looks like they are going to follow that path. Now, I don't have any more income left to path them any further, so let's go ahead and get the next wave started. But it does appear that I'm potentially going to be able to path these enemies the way I want. These little drones remind me quite heavily of the Dryad's Hornet's Nest in Dungeon Defenders 2. And of course, I was pretty stoked to see that. Nice to see them going out there and getting things done. I'll give a little support with my grenade launcher here. I'm imagining if you got that cooldown lower way down, this grenade launcher could be pretty darn beast mode. There's just no doubt there. Now you see our bulwark took a little damage. Let's go ahead and repair it. And then let's see how this pathing goes here. Are we going to be able to path them all the way to the corner? Yeah, it looks like so. What about right here? Oh, it does look like we're going to be able to create a little mini maze. Now, like I said, we'll have to see how effective that is. I do have a new lane opened up, and of course this lane, I want the enemies all going back up here to go through my little mini maze. Can we go one more? We only got 9 seconds left. I'm not going to risk it. Let's just go ahead and start the next wave and see if we can't get these baddies burned down. This is with the Unity game engine. And a couple of the things, like a couple of just like the angles, like how the character is holding the weapon, etc. It seems just a tiny bit off. Now with the grenade launcher, I think it looks fine. But with this hand cannon, for example, it just seems a little bit wonky. The way that the character is holding the weapon itself. We got all kinds of goodies laying around out here. Alright, now we've got 2 of our blast bulwarks took some damage, but I want to try out this maze. Alright, now the squigglies went over to destroy the other walls, so that is not the way to go. Or maybe just the mazing is a little bit suspect, perhaps? Or maybe we'll take just a little bit more thinking. Okay, so we got a little partial maze. We couldn't force them all the way over to the edge, but we got a little partial maze going on there. Let's throw another Sentinel robot down just to smash the faces very, very well. And you know what?
Evacuation ship is
too late.
arriving.
Okay, now the evacuation ship is here. Now, when we first started, we saw this icon on the ground with the little UFO icon over it. That is actually the evacuation destination. So our friendly mobs are going to be coming up to get in and get out as they want to be evacuated. And that is our goal, of course, is to evacuate the aliens. Now, instead of having core health like you would have in a traditional action defense games or like Dungeon Defenders, for example, you instead have your number of aliens. And obviously, if you lose all of your friendlies, then you lose the match. As you see here, we saved all 5 of them, so it is GG. Now let's hop into another map just so you can get a better idea of just what some of the different things or some of the different maps and layouts look like. Don't have access to all of them right now, so I can't go through all the maps for you. But here we see the hiring mechanic. You see we've got these resource crystals here. These resource crystals will directly give us income, so if we hire these little guys, now it's 200 to hire. It's pricey. It's very, very pricey, and I'm only starting with 500. So I actually have got mixed emotions on whether or not I want to hire one right now. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's hire one and get our income increasing. Now, we are going to need some sort of defense in here. Here we've got a lovely little area where we can use one tower to cover 2 paths on the same lane. Let's get a Sentinel robot down there. Now, homie's not actually collecting yet, is he? I don't believe so. So he's not actually collecting yet. If not, that would be a little cheaty. Let's go ahead and get the first wave started. Now I'm going to have to manual kill everything from over here. And this will allow us to look at our abilities a little bit. So here I've got a missile barrage, which did a number on that pack. Let's just grenade launch that guy. The sparklies on my screen, I'm thinking that was from the kill streak, maybe? Not exactly positive. See, is our tower over there going to get the job done? Well, it looks like it is. It's doing pretty decent. Alright, so we're going to need something else here. Now, if we go back, we're going to see our dollars or our income actually increasing. And that's because this little guy that we hired is collecting resources and bringing them over and depositing them. And that is going to incrementally get our amount of income up. So, I mean, ideally, I probably want to even hire one more of these guys, but I do want one more defense down first. So let's go with one on this side. Same flavor, really, just something to cover both of those lanes. And let's see, wave started. This missile barrage seemed pretty dang good. You gotta get really close to him, though. The grenade launcher, I think it could be ridiculously powerful if I get that reload time down on it. It feels a little bit excessive right now. Go get him, little drone. Tear it up. Let's see, what are we up to? We're at 256. We've actually got enough to hire another. Let's go ahead and... Well, it appears we can only hire the friendlies in between the combat phases, like on the build phase. Let's see. Yeah, it'll let me hire him now. So let's go ahead and hire another friendly. Now we're going to have two little guys collecting. Now here, I'm not sure if it's going to be a score thing with milking the clock. But like right now, you're seeing my timer count down, but my resources still going up. So starting the wave right now, I would actually lose out on some resources. As you see, this crystal is also being depleted, so you've only got a limited amount per map that you can collect. I've actually got garnered enough to hire one more guy. Let's see what I get back up to by the time this starts. Yeah, see, it's just the income's going up really, really quick. It seems like, I'm not really sure, how it will affect. Let's grenade those fools, just because I could have went with another tower up here. We do have multiple waves left, though, so there will be more build opportunities. What about swapping? No, I was going to say if swapping weapons gave you a free reload, but it appears they caught that one already. And then one more baddie rolling in. Actually, we got a few more baddies here. Although the mini-map is extremely basic, it's getting the job done. You know exactly what's going on there. See, now we see our income is actually fairly decent. We earned quite a bit that wave. Let's see, do we get a bigger bonus if we start the wave faster, I wonder? Let's see, I'll go ahead and start it. No, it didn't seem like it really gave us any sort of a bonus for starting the wave quicker. It's definitely, a smaller scale project as far as just how things look. But, I mean, the characters look fine. The aliens look good. The game runs smooth. I've seen maybe one or two maps with an occasional stuck mob, but for the most part the game runs fairly well. I haven't dropped below 60 frames this entire thing. It does appear that by default it may be capped at 60 FPS, so because I haven't gone over 60 either, and I think I would have if it was if I didn't go through the video settings, basically. Alright, we got 2 waves left. We want to throw another one up here to get some front-end damage. Do we want to go with some AoE up here? Let's do that. Let's go with a nanobot hive right there. We actually have enough to do another nanobot hive over here. That should put a little bit more upfront damage on the enemies. And you see the income is just cranking up, so I'm just wondering, in the launched game, how that is going to tie in. It seems like it's better just to wait and let your little homies work. I do have to say, the number of shots I have in this weapon on the screen in that large box is very distracting. I don't think that is something like that is quite required. It's definitely blocks a ton of just the screen area. Just makes me, I mean, who doesn't want to use a grenade launcher anyway, for God's sakes, but definitely makes me want to use the grenade launcher more. We got one more bed here. See if we can pop off some headshots. Oop, looks like we got a knockdown on that one. So there's some kind of a stun tied in. Is that from the headshot, I wonder? I'm curious if that stun is tied in from that. Alright, let's see. What else do we got going? Do we want to hire the last one? Let's make them all work. Get to work, homie. So now everyone is hired. We should, you know, obviously I wanted to hire all of them earlier to maximize the amount of resource gain we got there. And then this is going to be the escape pod area for the last wave. Let's go ahead and go, let's see, let's get a nanobot here. And then I'll get a nanobot over here as well. Just as kind of the last resort. I don't have a lot of towers unlocked yet, of course, but as you know, as you play through and level up, you're going to unlock more and more stuff. Get a little grenade shot in there. Those nanobots are getting it. Oh, a little overshot there. These guys are going to town too. How are we holding up over here? Like I said on the mini-map, it's extremely basic, just showing some random blobs and colors, but it's getting the job done. It's very accurate. I know exactly where everything is on the map based off of that. And we're on the final wave. The evacuation is running. Now I'm wondering, I can't actually target the tower now. I'm wondering if there's a way to upgrade the towers outside of your spec. Like in the match itself, like upgrading to 1, 2, 3, etc. Very curious there. You'd think there would be, but I don't know. You are able to add that power directly into them from the beginning. And little homies are evacing like a mofo, so we looking good. Uh-oh, friendly under attack. I don't see who could have been under attack. Alright, and there we go. So that is just a quick look at Alien 911. Like I mentioned, it's got the free demo. It's free. We're all stuck inside right now. Might as well check it out. There's certainly nothing wrong with that. But that will do it for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. There will be another Tower Defense Tuesday video coming out sometime in the next 24 hours. And this is just round 1 of the TDT doubleheader. So thanks again, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.